Hello everyone, welcome back to This Day in History, our nightly look back at a specific day in history, where we take a look back at the events of a day, the historic context in which those events took place, and the historic ramifications of those events. As always, if you have not yet, please hit the like button, the subscribe button, the bell notification icon to be alerted anytime I post new content, and tell a friend. And without any further ado, This Day in History, July 21st. And on this day, in 1925, the trial of a century draws national attention. A jury in Dayton, Tennessee convicted John Thomas Scopes for teaching evolution in violation of a Tennessee law. Touted as a trial of the centuries, jurors deliberated only a few short moments in the hallway before returning the guilty verdict. The case pitted Chicago defense lawyer Clarence Darrow against William Jennings Bryan, a one-time presidential candidate who waged war against the teaching of evolution in public schools. Darrow was hamstrung from the start of the trial. He was not allowed to put scientific experts on the stand. Darrow instead called Bryan as a witness. Darrow questioned Bryan on the literal interpretation of the Bible's account of creation. Bryan looked foolish, as he finally admitted that a literal interpretation was not possible. And I must say that for a long time, Dayton, Tennessee, which is in Ray County in Tennessee, was not very pleased by the outcome of this. They kind of looked very foolish in backwater because of this association with this trial. The movie Inherit the Wind, which is a great movie, which is based on a great play of the same name, really is a good encapsulation of the trial. The names are somewhat changed. William Jennings Bryan is a different name in the movie. I believe he's a Brady, a Mr. Brady is his name, if I remember correctly. It's been a while since I've seen it. But every is a really good interpretation of the events that occurred in Dayton during this time. And now, every year, obviously this year because of the pandemic, I doubt it's occurring, they have a recreation of the trial in Dayton, Tennessee. The actual trial took place outside, but now they hold it mostly in the courtroom there in the Ray County Courthouse, and it's a very beautiful courthouse that has been restored to its former glory. I have been to one of the performances of the reenactment of the trial, and it's actually this part of the trial that is just been where Darrow questions Bryan on the literal interpretation of the Bible, the young earth theory that a lot of fundamentalist Christians believe in. The belief that the world is only 6,000 years old, and the science that says it's a lot older than that, be damned. As you can see, the war on science is a very old concept in this country, but the beginnings of it having prominence really took place in this trial and this law. And in fact, in many parts of the southern United States, evolution is still not taught fully or even taught at all. It may be in the curriculum, but it's not covered. And that is a real shame. I believe that this is a necessity that needs to be taught in our schools, and really should be more heavily emphasized just because of the nature of our understanding of the world and its complexities proves Darwin's theory more and more every day. But yes, if you ever get the chance in the summertime, once it is safe to gather in large crowds again, please make your way up to Ray County, Tennessee, and watch their recreation of the Trial of a Century. They have wonderful, terrific actors that take part in this, and very good period piece costumes. They have a wonderful museum in the downstairs, in the basement of the courthouse that describes this event. But yes, the Trial of a Century drew national attention, although it wasn't positive attention, to Dayton, Tennessee on this day in 1925.